All right, welcome back everyone to day number 5 of Southeast Asia DeFi Week. Southeast Asia DeFi Week is brought to you by Access Blockchain Association of Malaysia, along with its many media partners, Bitcoin Malaysia, Blocklime, TalkChain, ETH Grenade, App Media, DeFi Singapore, and Imperium Universe. What is Southeast Asia DeFi Week? Southeast Asia DeFi Week is part of a larger series of events, what we call Malaysia Blockchain Month, running 6 weeks. And basically, every single day during this month, we are going to bring you special content every single day for just 1 hour, 5 p.m., same to 6 p.m. every single weekday. And every single week is a different theme. The first week, we talked about everything, the developments here in Malaysia. Week number 2, we talk about DeFi, which is we're right now in day number 5. Week number 3, NFTs. Week number 4, enterprise blockchain. Week number 5, we're going to do a lot of developer bootcamps to train up the talents in Malaysia, and we're going to end Malaysia Blockchain Month with a 2-day conference on week number 6. Now 6 weeks of content, that's a lot of things, okay? But why are we doing this event? Because as an association, our mission is to grow the industry. How do we do that? By defomoing the space, by educating the community, and helping more people to enjoy, experience the technology that is already available in this industry. What kind of industry are we looking about? An industry that we have all these digital assets that live on the internet in these decentralized networks called a blockchain. When you add them all up, early this year, this cryptocurrency industry hit $1 trillion for the first time. It took 12 years for us to get to this point. And fast forward to today, 3rd of September, we are already at $2 trillion. That's how quickly this industry is growing. So the question for you is, how are you going to capture the opportunities, okay, that are available to here? How is this going to help us to grow our economy locally as well as in the region of Southeast Asia? So this week we're talking about decentralized finance. Cut to short, decentralized finance is also known as DeFi. Okay, and what is DeFi? Basically, is finance that you are able to do on your own without banks, and this is made possible due to technology. And over the week, we have had a stellar lineup, okay, of speakers and superstars, okay, from the ecosystem. First, we kicked off with Aave. Ajit Tripathi shared with us protocol, how it has grown over the years, the adoption that work that's being done, okay, to help the institutions adopt DeFi, having a multi-chain mindset, as well as what to look forward to in Aave. A lot of takeaways also from Tuesday's one, okay, with Chidao. We talked about the zero interest My Loan that you can withdraw using your collateralized assets, why stablecoins exist, is there such thing called a rubbish stablecoin, and we went through 3 types of stablecoins. On Wednesday, we had Calvin Chu from Impossible Finance shared with us, okay, how to find gems early, what it means, okay, what Impossible Finance as a launchpad and incubator tries to do to introduce fair launches and help good quality projects to scale. And then yesterday, we went back into our roots to help all of you beginners to make sense of the entire DeFi space. For example, does all this DeFi yield come from? Can I help make sense of what is farming? What are these airdrops? How do I know whether it's a scam, etc.? You can always watch back the video yesterday to get up to speed. Which then brings us finally to here, day number 5, where we have special guest Hanaya from Zapper. What will we learn today? We're going to find out soon. But first, what is Zapper? Zapper, I'm really happy to have Zapper today. Why? Because Zapper has made my own DeFi journey extremely, extremely easy. Let me give you an example. If you remember the example that we showed yesterday where we had, like one ether in Aave, and we did a few things like borrow some USDC from Aave, and then we had it in different places like Sushi Swap and the Curve and etc. Well, if you use Zapper as a dashboard, you're able to track where all your money goes, right? For example, you can see here, you can see your deposits, you can see your borrowings, you can see the amount that has already been staked. Okay, we had $1,000 staked in Sushi Swap. We have 1,000 staked in Curve. Also, you can farm your yields directly from Zapper without needing to go to so many places, all in one place through Zapper. Also, another thing that is possible through Zapper is that you can add liquidity to these various protocols directly from Zapper. I think it's what we call a Zap. Maybe Hanaya later can correct me. Okay, basically, uh, instead of doing what we did yesterday, which you watched the video, which requires maybe like 3 steps. You need to have like 50%, okay, of Bitcoin ready, 50% of ETH ready. You can actually add liquidity into a pool just one step, okay, from any single asset that you choose, right? And that just makes it a whole lot easier because you save on transaction fees, you save on time. So this is what Zapper does. Also, Zapper increasingly supports many networks, okay, as we enter into a multi-chain world. It currently supports Ethereum, Polygon, Binance Smart Chain, Arbitrum, Phantom, and the list keeps going on and on. So, without further ado, I am very happy, okay, to introduce our special guest today, who is tuning in live all the way from California. His name is Hanaya. Hanaya, you are muted still. Welcome to the show.
Hey Jason, thank you for having me. I'm glad to be here. Um, yeah, I'm excited for this.
So Hanaya is tuning in from California right now at 2 a.m. We're really happy to be here. Let's give him a warm welcome, okay, in the comment section. Hanaya, can we begin firstly by sharing with us the story of Zapper? How old is Zapper right now? Who built it, and how did you come, okay, to be part of the team in Zapper?
Yeah, definitely. So Zapper officially started in May of last year, 2020. I would say right before the start of DeFi summer. And it actually was the result of a merger between two projects. One was DeFi Snap, and the other one was DeFi Zap. So, what DeFi Snap was a product where it was a product created by one of our co-founders, Seb, and you're able to view your portfolio and just track your balances. And what DeFi Zap was, created by our other co-founder, Suhail, you were able to, like you said, you were able to zap into protocols. I believe the first ones were synthetics. Um, and so they merged last year in May. So officially, we are about 16 months old, if my math is correct. And now you can do anything from tracking your balances. Like you said, we support 6 networks now: Ethereum, Polygon, Phantom, Binance. We just recently, the most recent integrations were Optimism, Avalanche, and Arbitrum.
Arbitrum.
Arbitrum being the most recent, yes, like about like less than a couple days ago actually. So it's been moving really quickly over the past month or so. I'm actually I'm the community manager, so I run the Discord, and that's where we get a lot of our feedback. That's where we really see what the DeFi ecosystem is really asking for, and so that we can track the proper balances, and so that our users can see their full portfolio as best as, and we can provide the best service that we can.
Okay, I am really excited because I have a lot of questions I want to ask you. But before that, I don't want to steal your thunder. I think you have something to share with us, okay?
Yeah,
That's happening
definitely.
in Zapper. I'm going to put up the slides right now. Take it away.
Awesome, thank you. So, like Jason said, I'm here from Zapper, and I do like the structure that this Southeast Asian DeFi Week is hosting, and I feel like this is a great transition into the following week because you guys are going to be discussing NFTs and the recent boom in the past year. So, this short presentation that I'll have is I call it NFT Mania, and we're just going to be going over the history, the actually, I'm sorry. We're going to be going over the different types of tokens, what NFTs actually are, the history and how it all started, the current state of them, and how the ecosystem sees them evolving and improving as time goes on, time goes forward. So let me begin. So NFT mania. This is just the general overview, just like I said. Fungibility versus non-fungibility, the origins, this past summer, the future utility that we see, and how Zapper is integrating NFTs in the dashboard, and what we are doing with NFTs in our product. So let's go over the token itself. So those that are new to DeFi and those that aren't new to DeFi, that are intermediate users, advanced users, we all know that ERC20 tokens are the main tokens, one of the main tokens that DeFi, that the DeFi ecosystem uses to transact, to invest, to deposit into a vault, and those tokens are fungible. So if we take one of the most common stable coins that is used in the ecosystem, DAI, that is an ERC20. If I sent you 10 DAI, it doesn't matter which DAI I send you, all the value will be pegged to the US dollar. That in itself deems that token fungible, because all the tokens have the same value. And now we go into non-fungible tokens. There are two classes, I would call them, ERC 721 and ERC 1155s. So as you can see here, in this diagram, fungible tokens, like I said, they're all identical. They all value the same. When it comes to non-fungibility, you can see all these different shapes in this example, and each one is unique in its own. And that is what you can see when it comes to ERC 721 NFTs. Each token that is minted is unique in itself, and more recently, the popularity of them have become algorithmically generated NFTs, where they are unique in the sense that they all have their own traits, and that no two of these 721s are the same. So that is how they differ from ERC 20s, and the way that ERC 1155s differ from 721s is that when you mint an 1155, you can actually configure the classes, and you can create different groups and categories of these NFTs, where a single group will have its own characteristics, and there can be multiple of them, but a finite amount. So in this case, for those that have used Zapper and are familiar with the most recent, a very recent feature that we added with the gamification and the quests, these Zapper NFTs that we released as the rewards, those are actually minted as ERC 1155s. So they are all unique and they have their own token ID, but multiple users and multiple users can own the same token ID in terms of like the NFT itself. So right now, I believe the supply cap for our level 2, our most common NFT, is about 45,000. If I remember correctly, it's about 45,000, and it sort of tiers down there just based on how many users actually interacted and played around with our quests and enjoyed the quest feature. So next, we'll go over the origins of the first NFTs that appeared in the Ethereum ecosystem. So the origins actually come from CryptoPunks. I'm sure many of you know what CryptoPunks are. All the biggest degens in DeFi, in anything. If you're on Twitter and you scroll through your crypto Twitter feed, you'll see every other profile picture is a CryptoPunk. And actually, CryptoPunks came before the ERC 721 token, and they're actually the model that the 721 token standard was created for. What they were 10,000 algorithmically generated you can see here pictures, and no two pictures are alike, so they are unique. And after the 721 token standard was created, this little guy right here, the crypto kitty, that was the first actual 721 um, NFT. And what you can do with those is there was an entire DeFi game, or I would say crypto game, based around that, where you can breed them, you can raise them, you can create different ones. And it was a lot of fun it was another way for crypto users and DeFi users, the beginning of what I would say DeFi. Um, it gave them a way to actually use their tokens aside from just investing and accumulating more tokens. So now we're going to talk about um, the current state of them. Back in the CryptoPunk era when they were first created, that was back in 2017. They were created for free, and now it creates and now in 2021, there has been this recent boom of NFTs and the popularity of them. Um, for myself, I first noticed that there was this boom, especially around the time when Beeple sold his first 5,000 piece of art in the Christie's auction, and it sold for about $70 million of worth of ETH at the time. Um, and I would say that is when mainstream popularity, mainstream media really started to hone in on what NFTs were and how they were changing the game for cryptocurrencies and DeFi. Um, Following that, you notice, like I said before, and current state, you see these PFPs on Twitter, on Discord servers, I see all the time. You have these little icons, they are NFTs, and people are using their NFTs as their profile pictures, especially when it goes to Twitter accounts that like to stay anonymous, they keep their anonymity, and they have this awesome piece of artwork that is unique, um, and they own it. And then, um, as you can see, I would say one of the most recent like celebrities or globally known is Steph Curry. A local hero of mine. I live in San Francisco, so I personally love the Golden State Warriors, and it was awesome to see that Stephen Curry aped into a board a Bored Ape Yacht Club NFT, and it's awesome. I like to see the reach that NFTs are are getting just because of how easy they are to use and how easy they are to adopt in terms of buying a piece of artwork. And next, we come to blockchain games. One of the biggest blockchain games in the ecosystem right now is Axie Infinity. Most recently, a big headline for them was they are the first NFT collection, you can say, to reach $1 billion worth of sales, which is a big milestone for anything DeFi. It continues to pave the way for more mass adoption. Um, and yeah, it just creates another way for users to what's known as like pay and earn. I'm sorry, play and earn. You can actually use this. You can actually use this to actually play the game, and you can get rewards through it. And one aspect of NFTs are you purchase an NFT with your crypto, and it is actually like illiquid. So the value of it is locked in this NFT and this one token. Um, Using that, with that in mind, there are some protocols that have recently became very popular. NFTX, as an example, they create a liquid market for NFTs. So they actually tokenized certain NFTs that were submitted, I believe, and deposited into this protocol. And as they created these marketplaces for them, these NFTs have grown in value, and they also give opportunity for users to earn rewards on top of how much the value of it has grown. So that was a very innovative aspect of NFTs and how they continue to grow. You can also fractionalize them, so you can have multiple different owners owning a piece of an NFT. Um, so uh, I can use Steph Curry's um, uh, Bored Ape Yacht Club, for example. I believe the floor price of these NFTs are about 40 ETH right now. But you know
40,
what?
yeah, 40.
Yeah, the average user, unfortunately, I would say does not have 40 ETH. I
No.
hope to have like, you know, one day I will be there, and one day I hope to surpass that. Um, but you can actually fractionalize the NFTs and you can break down the shares and you can divide the shares and distribute who owns this specific NFT. And then one more aspect that's becoming more popular currently is physical goods that are connected to these digital assets, the NFTs. So you can create these authentic pieces of, like, whether it's clothing or a bag. I think I saw an article recently that, designer brands like Louis Vuitton and Chanel, they're trying to connect their uh, their product to the blockchain so that they can keep this authenticity and create a genuine product for their user base and for their consumers. And it's actually a pretty cool aspect. Um, so these are very these are all aspects of NFTs that are currently being utilized in DeFi and the crypto space right now, and it is continuing to improve and it's continuing to grow. I believe OpenSea, if no one knows, which is one of the biggest NFT marketplaces. They just had one of their biggest months back in August. I believe, oh man, I actually don't remember the value of sales that they had, but I believe in the single month they had somewhere in the shoot.
Which project is
Oh
it?
man, OpenSea, the OpenSea
OpenSea,
marketplace.
right?
Yeah. Oh man, they they just released how much um,
Trading volume.
trading volume that they had, and I completely forgot the number, but it was a record month for them just because
3.3
NFTs are
billion.
booming. Yes,
OpenSea
there it
trading
is.
volume breaches 3 billion for the month of August. That was last month.
Hmm.
We're in September now.
Yep. Yep. So a few days ago, $3 billion in a marketplace in one month alone. So you can see the potential that NFTs and this entire marketplace has to create, the next, I would say, the next frontier of how artwork is bought and sold and collected globally. So we go on next, and this is how I see the utility. Um, this tweet right here, like I said, one of our co-founders is Seb. He tweeted this a few days ago, within the last week. He said, "What if governance tokens could actually become NFTs?" So as we know now, a lot of governance protocols, they use their own ERC20 token to give these users voting power. But what if that actually transitions to more of the NFT token, an ERC 721? Um, the fact that a user owns a specific NFT gives them access to vote. Um, I listened to the platform that I listen to get a lot of my DeFi news and information is Bankless Podcasts and
Bankless,
the entire
yes.
Bankless DAO. I believe they use NFTs for some of their subscribers to actually vote on some of the protocols and actually vote for the Bankless DAO. So it creates this entire community, just from owning an NFT instead of owning the token itself. Um, I'm a very big basketball fan, as I mentioned, with Steph Curry being um, a big hero and a big like superstar in my mind. But Mark Cuban being the entrepreneur that he is, owning the Dallas Mavericks. I believe recently, back in April or May, he released some statements that the Dallas Mavericks are thinking about converting their ticketing system to an NFT ticketing system. And what that actually does is create um, this cycle of revenue sharing where say a fan bought a season ticket and they don't go to every single game, but as they distribute this ticket out, like the NFT marketplaces right now, this is another aspect of revenue sharing back to the organization for the users themselves, for the fans themselves, and you can use that and you can just decentralize all of that. Official documents can be made into NFTs. You can create agreements between two parties that get secured and are immutable on the blockchain, and you have public proof on the blockchain that this agreement has been made. You can create official documents. Real estate. When I talked about fractionalized NFTs, there are ways where owners of these large plots of land can actually create official documents that claim this person has purchased, like I would say, this portion of my land, and I give them access to it in the form of this NFT. The fact that they own this NFT gives them the right to use this land. So it can come into play for real estate, um, mortgages on a house. I know that there are a few protocols and a few companies that are starting to go into this. It is quite complex. I think the I think the rules and regulations are quite complex on that, but I do know that there are some innovations in that realm. And just in general, it gives you access. Um, uh, back in when was it? Back in April, there is a very big musical artist. He's a DJ. He goes by the name of Blau, and he actually had a Dutch auction for a few NFTs that he released. What those NFTs actually gave you were um, access to, I believe it was the next year worth of his shows and performances. It also gave you access to um, a collaboration on his next album or one of his next releases. And it just gave them access to different swag packs, so different merchandise and different collectibles and memorabilia articles that they can get from that artist. So it gives you a lot of access. Um, how Zapper is viewing NFTs is NFTs being one of the next big uh, markets and one of the next big innovation and adoption mechanisms for DeFi. So what we do is we are creating our own quests. What we did from May, and it just ended right at the beginning of August, we had quests where if you interacted with our dashboard, where if you interacted with it on a daily basis, you were able to get XP. If you did a certain zap into um, a liquidity pool, you can get some XP. If you did an exchange, you can get some XP. And what that XP did was give you access to different levels. And as you leveled up, you were able to claim the rewards. As you can see here, this is the first NFT, this Zapper pill right here. And
Zapper pill.
the Zap pill, yes. One of the most, um, I believe it has the highest supply right now, the most minted, just because it's the most common. And fun little fact, I'm actually the second minter of the Zapper pill. So right when we released it internally, we were told, and fun fact, I was number two. I wish I was number one. I think I missed it by like 30 seconds from one of our team members, but you know what? It is what it is. And I thought that was really cool. Um, so we created a total of 5 of them. And like I said before as well, they are 1155s. So they all have the same characteristic. Multiple users can mint one of these NFTs, and there are multiple of these categories with these specific token IDs. So that's one way that we're um, integrating NFTs onto the dashboard. Another way is wallet profiles. If I can, actually, if you own NFTs in your wallet profile, I don't know if I can easily access it, but I wanted to show you mine. Um, you can actually use one of the NFTs that you own and you sign a message that verifies that you own it, and you can use that as your wallet profile. So I think Jason showed his wallet earlier, and I think I saw that you have do you have your wallet profile selected for one of the NFTs that you own or not yet?
Not yet. I haven't tried
Not yet.
using any NFTs, okay, to represent my wallet yet. I would love how to
Okay.
use it.
Okay. I can definitely show you. And but it's really cool. So I said before, if you look at Twitter, you know, everyone has an NFT as their profile picture, but in reality, you can't actually verify that that user owns the NFT. There are a lot of people that can just, you know,
Copy
as funny as
paste.
it sounds, just copy paste, you know, just screen capture the NFT, you know, or save the actual picture from OpenSea and then use it as your profile picture. But what Zapper does is you actually have to verify that you own the NFT in your wallet and you sign a transaction. So if you're browsing and
Nice.
watching different wallets, yeah, on the dashboard, you can watch different people's wallets. And if you see that they have an NFT, it actually is verified on the blockchain that they own the NFT. So, you know, and it verifies and confirms that it is true. So it's a really cool aspect where um, we're uh, we're utilizing NFTs on the dashboard. And then, like I said, we want to improve the way that users can track their profiles. And we, as a company, and our product, we want to become the homepage of DeFi. Um, you know, so to speak. We want our users um, and we want this, you know, this audience and our user base to grow, but we want them to be able to just open up the dashboard and do anything related to DeFi. So the way that we're improving our NFT collection is right now you can view what NFTs you own, possibly the floor price, and the actual value of your collection. But this picture right here of the Forgotten Runes Wizards Cult, which is a collection of NFTs. We're Seb, our CEO, he likes to leak a lot of our information and what we're going to add to the dashboard, but he leaked this a couple days ago, and we're actually going to improve. So soon you won't even need to go to the OpenSea marketplace to actually interact, to actually look at your NFTs or sell and transfer your NFTs. Soon you're going to be able to look on directly on the dashboard on a different tab and see how many holders there are. You can see the floor price of an NFT. Like I said, the Bay Area Yacht Club, the floor price is about 40 ETH to my knowledge. It may have raised since the last time I checked, but you can see the floor price. You can see the entire volume and how many sales have been made just for this specific collection. So we want to improve um, the way that users can interact with NFTs. And we're also open to more ideas. So that actually ends my presentation. That is the last slide. But yeah, that's how um, NFTs are uh, trending right now. That's the direction that I personally see and a few other people see NFTs going in. And this is how Zapper is trying to um, dominate the profile management products out in the DeFi space by making sure that our users can view and actually interact with their NFTs in the best possible way.
Very cool. Thank you so much for a few things. Number one, thank you for giving us such a very good overview of the NFT space, the history, the origins, so that people can move into NFT week next week, okay, with some very, very good background knowledge. Then, secondly, thanks for also sharing with us. I just realized that this is a leak, right? This is the Zapper uh, this is the Zapper dashboard. It's too small to actually see, but actually I just caught it. It's actually the Zapper dashboard. So
It
right
is,
now,
yes.
Zapper, I use Zapper for mainly for tracking, okay, my portfolio. I use Zapper for anything that's related to DeFi, to go into pools, to come out of pools easily. But soon I will be able to use, okay, Zapper to also track my NFT portfolio based on what I'm seeing right now. So, okay. So we have a lot of questions, okay, coming in right now. I want to ask the first question first, all right? So it's clear that you also love NFTs. What is your favorite NFT collection right now? Now, before you answer this question, I just want to point out to everyone listening right now, disclaimer, none of this, okay, that is none of the content shared throughout this session should be treated as financial investment advice. All right, go. What's your favorite
All right.
yeah, what's your favorite NFT collection right now?
Um, I would have to break it down into like a couple categories. Okay. In terms of value for the art itself, I actually think that um, board area yacht clubs are up there. If you've heard of Owen One, um,
Oh,
that
and
is
one,
also up there.
money.
I really like the artwork, and oh man, it pains me to say this, but there's a drop that is actually coming up in a few days called the Sevens, and I'm really looking forward to the artwork on that. So I hope I can snag one. That would be, I would say, in terms of artistic,
Hmm.
ability and like the actual artwork itself. There's one that's actually really cool right now called dot dot dot, and it's this very big like riddle and like mystery puzzle that comes with it. It is a completely anonymous team. The artist is anonymous, but they actually have been giving clues for the past few days for the community that bought the NFTs to solve. So it's a very interesting, I would say, in terms of like biggest like intriguing NFTs, I would say that one's pretty cool. Yeah, I would say that's it.
Okay. Now before we go into the public Q&A, I just want to I forgot to mention this earlier, right? For those okay of you who are asking questions, you stand a chance to win an RV swag pack. Okay, so keep those questions coming in for Hanaya because one lucky winner at the end of this session will walk away, okay, with a RV swag pack that is shipped directly to your doorstep. So keep those questions coming in. All right, so
Oh, actually, before
hmm,
actually, I wanted to say,
hmm.
um, to I don't know if you wanted to give it to one of the same winner or if there can be two possible winners.
Okay, let's
Um,
make it two winners then.
I can
Two-
I will actually send the winning user an NFT if they have an Ethereum wallet. That will be one of the prizes as well. That'll be one of the giveaways.
Okay, all right. We do not know
So
what
if
NFT
you
is it, but Hanaya is going to give away an NFT to the second winner. All right,
yeah,
so keep your
so
questions coming. Okay. So I'd like to talk, okay, a little bit about Zapper as a protocol, right? Now, very interestingly, Zapper today, okay, has a huge user base. There are
mhm.
250,000 people using Zapper today. The community, okay, is extremely huge, right? How is it possible that Zapper was able to build such a huge community, but you don't have a token? How did Zapper do it?
So we do see this token question asked a lot. And I would say the way that we're able to create our community is by always being the product and the team that is able to provide the best possible service for our users, continuing to listen to them. Um, One thing that I would say that we're good at is always listening to the community. If you notice on like on Twitter, if you follow us, a lot of our team will actually keep track of who mentions Zapper. So if we get mentions on Twitter, we'll listen to the users, and if there's something that needs to be added, or if there is just general education that we're able to share with them because our mission is to make DeFi easy for everyone. Um, we have a an education platform, Zapper Learn, where we create articles for DeFi basics, many different tutorials, how to even get started from from a fiat on ramp into DeFi from somewhere like Coinbase or Binance into your MetaMask or your Coinbase wallet. Um, we have different things like that. So I think the way that we keep our community is continuing to listen to them, get feedback from them, and also just educating and actually interacting with them so that we can continue to elevate DeFi and continue to onboard educated users into the space. Because
Cool.
what we find is it can be a little
Mm,
confusing for people. So we want to be a stepping stone and a resource for our users. So I think that's how we get it. That's how we build our
right.
community.
Cool. So the next question, okay, I want to ask is, currently, we are entering into a multi-chain universe, right? And Zapper already has like 6 networks, okay, integrated into it. Most recently is Arbitrum, which is only like mainnet just launched a few days ago. Can you share with the audience how does Zapper keep up with the integration speed? How do you tell which one to choose, which networks to integrate with?
I would say the way that we we listen to the ecosystem is for sure um, within the team we are all passionate DeFi users and we want to expand the space. So we always stay up to date on um, what's becoming hot, where what networks are secure, quick, um, and decentralized. Um, and I would say, yeah, like we just our team of Terminators just quickly integrate, and I believe Arbitrum was supported within a matter of 2 days. So over the weekend, one of
Mm,
our heads of engineering just pushed out all the support for Arbitrum, and that's how we stay ahead of the game. We hear of something like Arbitrum, Optimism, Uniswap V3 on Optimism was integrated a day after that they announced it. Arbitrum
wow,
was integrated a few days after the initial protocols announced that they're going to be supported on Arbitrum this past week.
that's
Avalanche as
really
well.
cool.
Avalanche, and the top 6 protocols that are supported on there was integrated within a weekend as well. So all of our team of Zapper Terminators, as we call them, they're always quick. They are very amazing engineers in the space and very amazing devs. So our team is very quick, efficient, and like I said, we listen to our community and we're very user oriented.
Is there any potential here for Solana to be integrated into uh, Zapper?
I we do. The goal is to, like you said, to create a multi-network portfolio manager.
Mm,
So in the like I would say long-term roadmap, Solana is planned. Um, the actual stage at which it's ready to be integrated, I'm not sure of yet. There still takes time for us to fully plan and actually uh, figure out the best direction to integrate a non-EVM compatible network. So that's the only reason why there would be some delay. But we do have goals to create this multi-network portfolio manager.
okay. Can you share with us a little bit of how does the Zapper team look like behind the scenes? And like how much of the work done is actually by a core team and how much is actually outsourced help from the community?
Everything under the hood is in-house.
In-house, yeah?
So, yep, all the smart contracts were written by um, one of our co-founders, and all of the back-end work we have a couple heads of engineers and our amazing like team of what is it now? We've grown recently in the past 3 months, but I think our team of developers is now about eight people.
Mhm.
So everything is in house. We don't uh, we don't have any outside source helping us, but there was a leak a few weeks back where There are a few documents that I'm gonna keep it at this. There are a
Mm,
few documents that people can look for that
okay.
shows one of the next steps that we're taking to better integrate on the dashboard. I think that's all that I
Okay.
would say. Yeah.
Okay. Very cool. So another thing that's really cool about Zapper right now is the Zaps. So because it reduces, okay, the steps that I need in order to get something done, like adding liquidity into a pool, etc.
Mhm.
Can I ask, okay, from a security standpoint, uh, is it another layer of smart contract that is written by Zapper, or that actually needs, okay, to be audited as well? Is that something to be mindful? As a user?
Um, I would say the way that we know that our smart contracts are secure for users is we actually um, use some of the interfaces from other protocols. So I'll use the example of our Uniswap Zapin contract. We're actually using the interface of the Uniswap v2 router and the Uniswap v2 factory. So it's built, like the Lego system. It's built on top of the Uniswap contract. And
Mm,
what we're doing is it better helps identify which specific pool that the user wants to zap into, the proper um, trading route for the most efficient and least amount of slippage for an exchange.
mm.
So I believe heavily in the security, and we run numerous tests to make sure that there are very little risks involved.
Okay, cool. The next question, somebody asked from the community, is there any utility they participated in the quest, the Zapper quest? Is there any uh future use, okay, of the NFTs like the doggy NFT that they got from the first season? Or is it
I
just
would say
collectible?
it's a collectible,
Okay.
and this is like I want to preface, this is not any advice that should be
Mm,
taken. Everything
yeah,
is it's under your control to do what you
yeah,
will.
yeah.
I will forever keep my Zapper NFTs.
All right. Okay.
I think that they are worth to be kept because if you are a true Zapper user, then you will appreciate the artwork. You'll appreciate what they represent, being at this moment in time, participating with Zapper when it was in this stage before the future product. So I think it very well timestamps a moment in time where Zapper was in a phase like this, and I think it's just valuable in that aspect. So I advise to keep it and hold on to it.
All right, we have another question coming in, which is a lot of people compare Zapper with Zerion, okay, which also starts with a letter Z. Are your ambitions similar um, in any way?
Um, I think I would say yes. The ecosystem needs a reliable portfolio manager. Like I said, Zapper, we strive to be the DeFi homepage of all DeFi users. The homepage that I, for myself, I keep Zapper open in the tab. I check it constantly because I just like looking at our UI and I like the way that it tracks my portfolio. So it's something that I have to look at every day because it's just part of my routine, and that's what we want to do. I think that's what every portfolio manager or management
Cool.
product wants to do. So
Cool. There are
eh,
so many questions about NFTs. I'm just filtering and seeing, how many
yeah,
questions, okay, are for Zapper related. If not, okay, then let's answer those questions, okay, based on your NFT presentation. So,
okay.
so one question is here for fractional NFTs. Does someone own the whole piece? What if they liquidate the NFT? What happens to the fractional NFTs then? Do you know the answer to this
Um,
question?
I believe that the NFTs are put in a contract to sort of lock them in, and there's a vesting
Mhm.
period. So
Yeah,
it just locks in the actual NFT. So it's not, um, no one is actually able to sell it for a certain period of time. To
correct.
my
Okay.
knowledge, I believe that's how it works.
Um, Polia asks, how do you keep up with so many NFT projects? Zapper coming soon, right?
Yeah.
On how do you judge whether there'll be uh how do you look for NFT gems?
Oh,
You want to
okay.
share that?
Um, I would say if you're looking for gems, you really just have to keep in touch with the community. The community talks. If you join one NFT community, they share other projects that they're looking into. Honestly, after the first community that I joined, NFT community, I learned of three different others that have more recently have like boomed and have gone up in value. So through the NFT communities, they share information and you find out which ones in a sense have value.
Mm,
And there's also value can be in multiple different, can be interpreted multiple different ways. Valuable high price in ETH or valuable like you personally like it. So there are a few projects where I find valuable just because the artwork is unique. It's not necessarily the most expensive NFT out in the marketplace, but it's a community that I interact with every day. So that adds some value for me as well. So that's what I do.
So there's a lot of questions, okay, about what Zapper is building next, which is the NFT, the ability to view the NFTs directly on Zapper. Is there any like timeline? Okay, can you share anything about that?
I mm, I would say the NFT collection page. Um, I don't have a timeline, but it is. I want to say it's going to be sooner than what you guys expect. It's going to
All
be
right,
in. It's like it's short term. It's on the short term roadmap. So I
all right.
believe you'll see updates to the dashboard relatively soon.
Okay, so a one more question is how do people keep updated, right, with the news on Zapper?
Um, you can follow us on Twitter. We share every integration there. Um, you can you can join our Discord. We like to share a lot of the integrations, and it also shares the tweets. I would say those are the two best places to get information on anything new on Zapper. Oh, we also have a Medium account, so you can read our Medium posts, and we share bi-weekly product updates. So you can see the most recent integrations. You can see some leaks that we share. So you'll actually see different different leaks for next season, the season two, for our quests. And yeah, I would say those are the three places that you can get all the information on Zapper.
So we have a question, okay, from Jingy, right? Okay,
Mhm.
is it just purely hype? What is your opinion? Oh, she's also directing the question to me, but you go first.
Okay. Yes, there's an aspect of it. Uh, I think being honest, it's been talked about in crypto Twitter that this NFT market, it will pop. There's a slight pop to it. Um, like I said, the NFTs that I hold, I will hold on to whether it goes down in value or not. But I think there will be an NFT bear market soon, because it can only go so far. That's what I personally believe. And then we'll go into the bear market, and then just like DeFi summer last year, we're going to see this big boom in NFT innovation through the bear market. That's what I see.
So my answer to that question, I would like to quote Vitalik Buterin, the co-founder of Ethereum. That is NFTs the future or a fad? It is the future. NFTs are the future, but it is the future, but may contain a lot of fads. So that is what the NFT, that is what the crypto space is.
Well said.
There's a lot of things, okay, that is going on here, which is like mind blowing. Right now, personally, I'm actually looking into loot, right? I'm trying to make sense, okay, with why this text, okay, text file. in the form of an NFT can command a
Mhm,
price floor of 5 ETH, 5 Ether, right? And
mhm,
sometimes this is an example of the the other extreme, right? The other extreme in crypto where it is just not obvious yet. Okay, it's not obvious yet. It's kind of like similar to 3 to 4 years ago in 2017 when people were able to mint crypto punks for free, just pay gas. And back then, 2017, gas was
mhm.
also very, very low, right?
Yeah.
Obviously some people are able to see the value that we are not able to see that is that obvious today. So the best thing to do, okay, is to keep your ears right, to keep your ears and your feet to the ground. Make sure you know you don't buy into the hype, right? Okay, and too much into the greed. Don't FOMO in too hard, right?
Yeah.
um right, and you will find, okay, your experience in this space quite fun and rewarding. Last question. SFB. I don't know what's this about, but um, do you know what this
Oh, okay.
is?
Yeah, I do. I don't know what the SFBW NFT is exactly, but if this user is asking about the why the price is showing what it's showing is whether the actual value that you see it be on OpenSea or any marketplace um, is displayed. Like this may be the floor price at which it is.
Ah,
So you could have bought this NFT at you know I don't know $500, the value of ETH at the time, but now the floor is $800. So I don't know what the price of ETH is at the time, depending on the price at this current moment. But if the floor goes up, then the value of the NFT will go up. I believe that's what we're tracking there, the floor of it.
cool. Last
Mhm.
question. Biro asks, if a Malaysian artist wants to start selling NFTs, what is the advantage of using Zapper compared to other platform, in your opinion? Do you want to take this?
Um, yeah, Zapper, you can't actually mint any NFTs on Zapper. So I don't think Zapper can be used for this application. What we do is we create um, just an interface for where you can view your NFTs. So you will know that if you are an NFT artist and want to sell some, they will look very nice on the Zapper dashboard, and that's what I would say. So that's how Zapper can be utilized. But there are many different um, marketplaces and NFT protocols. You can go to OpenSea, you can go to Rarible. Um, Another one is super rare. I would say those are like and foundation. So like I would say those are the four marketplaces and NFT protocols that you would go to if you are a up and coming artist.
All right. So thank you very much. Again, thank you, Hanaya, for staying, very, very late at night, okay, to be with Southeast Asians today. We're really happy, okay, with, meeting you and getting to know Zapper, getting to know what Zapper has built. Thank you so much for being here today.
Thank you. Yes, it was my pleasure. And I really appreciate this because I have family in Indonesia. So I love spreading the word of DeFi in every possible part of the planet. And this is great. Thank you for having me.
All right. So we're going to pick two winners right now, okay? But
Mhm.
before that, just want to let everyone know, okay, to remember to claim your proof of attendance token, okay, by joining the Discord. Get the secret code from the contest on the pin message. DM the secret code to the bot, and then you can claim your POAP token for this week. Also, I would like to apologize for yesterday's announcements. Right, there was some miscommunication. The ETH KL quiz night is happening this Sunday at 8 to 9 p.m. It's going to be really awesome. Scan the QR code, register it. Limited seats are available only, okay? And we will see you at the ETH KL meetup in this very beautiful, very interesting new meetup space, okay? That's coming up. Right. So now it's time to give up the prizes. So the first one that we're gonna give away is the Aave swag pack, okay, which is a bag, socks, right? We're gonna draw the lucky winner right now. And the way we're going to do it is that I have put up your names, okay, onto the lucky draw wheel, right? So we're going to spin. Okay, the first winner is going to win the Aave Swap Pack, and then the second name is going to win the NFT that Hanaya is going to give away. All right. So best of luck to everyone, okay, who has asked the question and got picked up. Here we go. All right, Nitoshi. Okay, you are the winner of the Alve
Congrats.
Swag Pack. Okay, congratulations. Right, I'm going to remove one name. Okay, and I'm going to spin again. The winner for the next spin is going to win that special NFT. Would you like to share what is the NFT that you're giving away?
Yeah. It's I would say it's pretty fun to have. It's sort of just a meme. I'll share my screen one more time. Let me get the right window
Is
set
it on
up.
the Eve network, on the Polygon network? Which network is this?
It's on ETH, but
It's
I'll
on
send
Eve.
it. It's gonna be. Don't worry about it. I'll send it over to you. I can transfer if they have an Ethereum wallet. I need to make sure
Okay,
that the winner must have it, right? Because that's the only way that they can receive it.
right.
But I'll show you right now, actually. If I can share my screen.
Wait, just checking.
Here you go. Here. So it has not been revealed yet, but this, if you want to show them,
Hmm?
it is going to be. If you want to show them, I'm showing you the
Yep.
dashboard right now, and it'll be this NFT. So if you, yeah, it it's in a similar format as a CryptoPunk, but they're all apes. So I will gladly give
Wow.
this to the winner.
Okay. All right. I wish that I can put my name in, but here we go. Okay. So here are the winners. Sorry, here are the contestants. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 20%. That's a pretty high rate. Okay. So good luck to all of you.
Good luck.
That's
Nice.
all right. Okay. So Afiq Yusuf. Okay, you are the winner, okay, of the NFT. Remember, okay, in order to claim your prize, okay, both, okay, winners, you need to DM me, all right? Remember, the admins, okay, of Bitcoin Malaysia, Access Malaysia will never DM you. You need to DM me. For the RV Swag Pack, you need to DM your full name, your mobile number, and your shipping address so that, you know, Avi can ship directly to your doorstep via DHL. As well for Afik, okay, please, okay, give DM me, prove okay that you are the Afik Yusuf, okay, and as well as pass me the Ethereum address to claim your prize. So with that, okay, I am very happy, okay, to conclude Southeast Asia DeFi week, and the next week, starting on Monday, we are kicking off Southeast Asia NFT week, okay, with an artist. You know, who did recently sold, okay, her first piece of artwork, okay, in the form of an NFT that is the Doge to the moon, okay, the currency bill, right? And yeah, what's that? We're really looking forward, okay, to learn more about NFTs and bring you all this content. See you all next Monday. Have a great weekend. Bye, everyone.